Hello, one and all. This is Captain Luckless, and welcome back to the High Wilderness and more adventure. That was about as scared as I've been playing this game in that last episode. That was just nuts. We're at Hybras finally, and I just wanted to share a couple things that I learned about Sunless Skies and the old world from all of you in the comment section and on Discord. Just a couple small things. Apparently everyone with Mr. in front of their name is super important in this world, or at least it was in the old world. And also some of the old gods I found out about. There was Stone, who was described to me as relatively benign, Storm, who's ragey and punishing, and Salt, utterly mysterious. And I did realize that Luckless venerated some of the old gods when he was part of the Knotted Sock. So I'm wondering, for those of you that are more familiar with the gods, who do you think Luckless would have gotten along with, or who would he have venerated out of the old gods? Stone, Storm, and Salt. I'm not really sure, since I don't know a ton about them. So maybe you can add to my knowledge in the comment section without being too spoilery about Sunless Sea, because I might play that at some point. So back to Hybras, a fledgling colony trying to dig its fingernails deep enough into the spongy fungal fabric of the Reach to cling on when hard times come. It is a sad truth that many more settlements are founded than flourish. Nestled amid sprawling, sporing gardens of fungus, Hybras is a colony of octogenarians. I did want to actually take a second to talk to our chief engineer, who might have something more to say about what he wants to do next in terms of his adventure. No tolerance for uneventful voyages, of course. They've only been more restless since their appointment. Okay, let's talk to him. A communion with verdancy. The incautious driver paces back and forth, clicking their tongue. It must have been the crash in the nature reserve. My father sent me there to take up a nice, quiet job. I always did love botany. But when they pulled me from the wreckage, I had new dreams to follow. I thought they were mine. Now, how can I be sure? A new resolve washes over their face when they turn back, eyes sharp and sparkling with a flicker of emerald. Either way, I know where I have to go. Old Tom's Well. Give me the wheel, Captain. I have an appointment to keep. The well lies to the south of New Winchester. Old Tom's Well. Have we seen that? South, eh? Probably if we kept traveling along here or here, we would have made it there. That's pretty good to know, because so I could hit up Old Tom's on the way back. Have to try to remember that. There's just so many different quests and things that we could do now. It's getting a bit overwhelming. So every once in a while I have to take a look at the journal and just reassess where we're going to go and what we're going to do. Learning more about the incautious driver. Cool. Driver has no tolerance. That's the same thing. Okay, I guess we don't have to talk to him anymore, right? He's told us what he wants us to know. So let's go to Hybras. Rotting buildings slough gently into decay. Maintenance is poor, the population aged. An insect speckled with fungus flies past drowsily. Even the insects are lazy. Growth asks no license. Reads a barely legible sign staked into a collapsed pile of fungal eggs. A venerable welcoming party is gathered. A wizened mayor approaches. His back is bent, but his pace is steady. Insula de Brazil. Okay. Gather a port report. Not much seems to happen in this sleepy place, but perhaps someone will be interested. Well, let's do that first. Life moves slowly here. There are arguments over the rules of bowls. That's not bowels, right? That's bowls. I was like, and the correct amount of time to steep tea. The station master seems to avoid the villagers. There's an unusual, unique quality to the starlight, which filters through the underside of the caps. The caps, I guess the mushroom caps? And your port reports in. Right. Oh, the downed locomotive. The bogs and marshes of Hybras are dense and obscured with rotting fungus, but somewhere in the interior, a locomotive has gone down. So we would not have seen this if we had come here without this unlocked. So the order, that's really interesting. So different events elsewhere can unlock events at other ports. And we can also hunt in the woods with the cryptozoologist. So both of these. If a colony of sentient mushrooms was going to establish itself anywhere, this would be the place. Where do we want to start? Slow day. There isn't much going on in Hybris today. Its people seem exhausted. Do not have a retiring filmmaker. So we want that filmmaker. Do something more interesting there. Let's talk to the mayor and the welcoming party. He has a firm handshake. Welcome to our little hideaway. Watch your step. That one's about to fruit. True enough, the little white sack at your feet suddenly splits, snaking tendrils of red fungus explode outwards. The mayoral assistant, a severe woman of slightly less advanced years, guides the mayor to a nearby bench. You may stay as long as you like. Something is changing in Hybris. Okay. We can explore the settlement. Life goes on here. Life moves at a slow pace in Hybris. Several colonists tend the allotments, while others sit squabbling outside the Brendan. Periodically, a lady emerges with tea and fungal crackers. Delicious. A carpenter struggles with the fretwork on the new town hall. The carvings are of factories and faceless workers. I can't remember what they looked like, he says sadly. Okay. Tea at the Brendan. What do we need to pay for that? 152 sovereigns. We needed 5. Okay, that's simple enough. The only lodging house in Hybris, and the only building with more than 1 story. The smell of stewed tea permeates the dilapidated boards. Let's take tea. That'll probably help with our terror, right? A large woman of advanced years produces a pot of green tea and doilies from a moldering tea chest. I think that's how you pronounce that. Doilies? She blows the spores off the cups. Back there I used to read the leaves on our breaks. She peers into your finished cup. I'm sorry, I don't see a long future for you, my love. Make the most of what you have. That reduced our terror? Okay. Cost us 5 sovereigns. It's worth it. How much? I didn't see what it was at before. I didn't note it. Wander the wilds of Hybris, swamp and marsh, fungus, and frond. Nowhere in the reach has been so thoroughly colonized. It would be a shame not to see the sights. Delicate inquiry to the wizened mayor. Everyone here is very old indeed. Is there a lower age limit on settling in Hybris? Is this a place we want to settle? Let's check out the wilds. You enter the fungal forests of Hybris. Clouds of spores drift through the ropey tendrils of freestanding fungus. Giant ants pierced with spines of mushroom crawl to the tops of trees to better spread their spores. You wander amidst the webs and arches of mushrooms for some hours till you stumble across a shallow graveyard. Each headstone bears a number of 7 digits or more. Barely covered in the shallow earth are sets of manacles. 7 digits or more. Prisoners, I guess? Like prisoner numbers? Given that there's manacles? I wonder if we get a different thing every time. Let me just try. No, it's the same thing. Okay. Interesting. Slow day. I'd like to do this hunt in the woods, the cryptozoologist. So let me just go back. She's hunting for something. Take her to Hybras. Hybras lies to the southwest of New Winchester. One short-sighted cryptozoologist. Escorting. Oh, what is that? What is this code? Weird. I haven't seen that before. Let's go hunting. The music of mushrooms. The cryptozoologist leads the way, following a melodic hum in the air. Soon enough, you find it in a pus-soaked hollow. A chorus of blemigans howl in perfect harmony. I can't see, whispers the cryptozoologist. I need to get closer. She sneaks towards them, but stealth is not one of her talents. They scatter. Oh, wait, she calls, giving chase. I just want to record you. You leave her to the hunt. She seems happy enough. She's gone now. One otherworldly artifact. We have 2. And we got 100 sovereigns. Okay, we were running low on cash, so that helps out a lot. I guess we're not. If we like come back here later, can we pick her back up and find out what happened? Don't know. I do not know. I just wanted to try this out. Maybe we can lower our terror again. It's at 26%. Fair Nance waves as she lights candles outside the Brendan. Infected fireflies dance around the long match. The wizened mayor calls to you from the balcony of his house. He's going to bed. He rather overdid it at bowls earlier. You see. What is that like lawn bowling? What is bowls? Let me know in the comment section. I don't know what that is. That didn't do anything for us. Okay. Let's talk to the mayor. Everyone here is very old indeed. Is there a lower age limit on settling in Hybras? The wizened mayor chuckles. Oh no, we'd welcome youth. But we don't get many settlers coming out this way. We're happily secluded here. He smiles wistfully as, across the marsh, his mayoral assistant trounces an unfortunate at bowls. Our best years were spent by others. The wizened mayor glances towards the town hall, where preparations are being made for performance. We have plans to hopefully change that, though. The colonists are enjoying a second youth on Hybras. Spent by others. See, I was wondering if this whole, like, time trade has something to do with, like, taking years from people instead of just, like, mining them. Second youth. Okay, that's strange. We could do tea again. Let's find this downed locomotive. The bogs and marshes of Hybris are dense and obscure with rotting fungus, but somewhere in the interior, Locomotive has gone down. You lead a small team through the slopesome marshes and the groaning fungal forests, where the drone of insects infected by fruiting spikes of fungus drowns out all other sound. Hidden deep in the bogs, you would have almost passed by the fallen engine. The Takadi engine rises from the marsh like a stick in the water, battered and smoking. We can help the crew. A few Takadis are attempting a rescue of the lower corridors, while others are sending damp, mushroomy smoke signals up through the fungal canopy. Note down the location and report it to the Windward Company. The Takadis aren't going anywhere. The Windward Company will be very interested to hear about this. I feel compelled to help, but yeah, let's help. You order your crew to pitch in, donning wetsuits and gathering cloth about your mouths. The leader of the Takadis is the second lieutenant. Captain went down when we were hit off the White Arches. and guides you through the creaking engine. The ramshackle locomotive is seeping with marsh water and reeks of damp. Dragging out unconscious crew and salvaging supplies takes hours, but the lieutenant refuses to leave a man behind. As night draws in, she goes in with you one last time. At the bottom of the engine, all but sunk in the marsh, is a heavy box. It takes 2 to carry out. We can get passage from here. Couldn't lose this. Okay. We're looking for the downed locomotive. You help the crew of the downed locomotive. 10 fortunes. So we've increased the fortunes of the Tacites based on our actions. Mixed 43. And we've also gained a reputation with them. So it was at 50, now it's at 60. And we've lost fortunes with the stovepipes. They're becoming desperate. It's not like we've lost fortunes. It's more like the stovepipes have lost fortunes. We've gained 150 experience. Onwards. Is there anything else to do here? I want to go for T again to see if we can lower our terror some more. Doesn't look like it. Okay, so we just spent some money for nothing. Trade with the locals. Do we have the seeds? No, I could buy some. Do we want to buy any? That I'm not sure. What's our hold at? We're at halfway. We definitely need to buy supplies. We still have some fuel. Three supplies maybe. How far? Okay, let's take a look here. Shasta's leg. Freak, man. This is the only place I know where I can... Actually, I couldn't even get fuel there, right? I have to go all the way back to New Winchester to get fuel, as far as I know. So... we're going to have to do that. I mean, I could risk it and take a look over here, but there is absolutely no guarantee that there's any other sources of fuel that way. So let's get... that'll give us 4 supplies. Let's get 4. Let's get 3. And then let's take a look. There's nothing else here, right? Oh, at the bazaar. Half-price stack of penny dreadfuls. A hawker sells the latest London pot boilers, flimsy, mass-printed books with wood pulp paper, lurid covers, and fresh gleaming ministry stamps. Bargains available. I can't buy a lot, but where were we going to be sending those? Trader's Wood. Northeast. Southwest. Oh, right, the circus. Okay, so I should pop my money into this and go back to the circus. I can only buy 1. I should have maybe checked this out first. That's fine. We don't have a lot of room in our hold. The crockery. We have a lot of stuff that's just like taking up space, unfortunately. Let's buy 1. How many port reports are we up to now? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I think we needed 1 more, right? The signalman. 6. And speak to him again. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do... we're just going to go straight back to New Winchester. We're going to have to refuel at New Winchester. I'm going to go to Palmier and Plenty Circus, sell the one piece of literature that we have. Stuff that we're looking for. 5 consignments of literature. I guess it doesn't matter what kind of literature it is, as long as it's ministry approved. Ministry approved. It says up to 5 consignments of literature, genre, literary merit, and moral worth irrelevant. So that could be anything. Okay. It would be nice to save this for this particular opportunity, but it's so... that's like... I'm not really thinking about that right now. It'd be nice to sell the bronzewood too. Take it to Port Avon. They're the ones looking for it, right? That was like 200, I think. Okay, this is like, we need to replenish our funds. This is a tough game. You have to make a lot of very difficult choices. Okay. And we're going to be going through this mess. I wonder if it's probably faster to go around this way, right? But we have no guarantee that it connects up. So I'm going to take the equally risky route through those tentacle ships. Okay. I'm not feeling super confident. Maybe we'll run across some destroyed, some like wrecks that'll give us some fuel. We're just getting some practice in. Oh, great. Oh my God, look at our ship too. I'm running. Oh God, get away from that thing. Oh my Lord. I do want to like come back when I've got some more resources to investigate those nightmares. Or horrors, whatever it was. But this is not the time. This is not the time. We're like, if we get back safely, I'll be happy. Those Tacadies didn't turn this time. Maybe it's because we didn't attack them. It also could have been based on our terror level too. Because I remember it being pretty high when we got there. Can't mine that. It would be, I gotta be honest, it would be nice to have the mining thing, but it just doesn't seem like... I'm trying to role play a bit. It doesn't seem like something Captain Luckless would be interested in doing. I think we're gonna be fine. Since we're like a light ship, we don't consume a lot of fuel. Oh, this is the. Oh God! Oh my God! This is our Madden Explorer. Shit! It doesn't have the range on me. Come on, give me a hand. Oh my God. Salvage. Oh man. 56% chance. Oh, man. Bad luck is contagious. What are we going to get, though? Crew, I guess? It looks like we're just... I'm not sure if this is worth the risk. I don't think it's worth it. I'm going to go. Leave the wreck untouched. Oh no, we gain terror because you give the order and put the wreck behind you. The crew remain tense. Will that be their fate? One unlucky day. Gain 2 terror. Okay, we can't get hit by these. Oh no. Okay. Oh my god. Are we close? I think we're good. I think we're good now. Driver looks forlorn. That's the least of our problems right now. We need repairs is like the most important thing actually. I gotta make sure I don't bump into anything. I forgot how damaged we were. New arrivals at the circus. A fire burns by the obelisk where newcomers mingle. Okay, let's go to the shop. 190, that's excellent. Let's sell that. I don't want to spend it on bronze wood. I think we're good for supplies. We can make it back. Let's check out the newcomers. Listen to their stories. Many of these newcomers are rather lost. You can offer them purpose. Oh, right. 23% chance. The broken, the disavowed, the fugitives. Tales of life and loss. Fugitives, every visitor has their own story and a hole in their heart. A few demonstrate acts with which they hope to join the circus itself. Others talk of their plans to leave this place and resume their lives. Not today, but tomorrow. Or the day after that, perhaps. Okay, we reduced our terror. It was at 20. Oh, it must have gone up because we experienced that horror again. It was at 26 last time we checked. Now... Oh, he's back. A poor urchin in a dusty top hat waits to take your money. Let's do it, because we could probably lower our terror again, and also we might have a chance to sneak behind the tents. 28% chance of success to recruit from the circus. Let's give it a shot again, because if I remember correctly, there's no downside to doing this. No. This is where I'm supposed to be. Same outcome. Okay, let's go to the circus again. Hands over your tickets with no apparent enthusiasm. Thanks. 5 tickets. Let's go to attend another performance. I wonder if it's going to be different. The tent is barely any more populated than the last show. The ringmaster does his best, fixing a wide grin under his mustache as he introduces what passes for the acts. The humiliated magician's attempts to saw his assistant in half comes to an unfortunate end. Okay. Actually sawed his assistant in half. High above, the bereaved acrobat again performs their half of the routine for a tiny amount of applause. Oh, that's nice. Afterward, the pensive clown trips into the spotlight, dropping the balls he juggles. That's supposed to be funny. That's pretty funny. It's silent enough to hear them hit the floor. Okay, no one was laughing. It ends when the headstrong strong woman lifts a very large barbell over her head. She repeats this several times when the crowd's reaction isn't as enthusiastic as she'd have liked. The show ends with a smattering of reluctant applause. We got no more sky stories, no more visions of heavens. The circus staff nod with familiarity when you pass. Okay, that's good. Go to the amusements. At first glance, the circus is in poor shape. A second glance reveals how much worse things are than that. You try the battered mushrooms and realize why they have yet to take off his beloved snack. Battered mushrooms. Attempting to dispose of the bag, you duck behind a stall and find a pile of them already waiting. Another visitor pokes their head around. Is this where the bags go? She asks and deposits her own with the rest. Okay, our terror is reduced at least by 4%. 2 tickets, yeah. Now they know our name. Okay. Let's try to go... We can speak to the ringmaster again. Familiar face. Okay, let's talk to the ringmaster. He pauses, toying with his exquisitely managed mustache as he looks you up and down. I don't suppose you've ever considered stepping into the ring yourself. Oh no! Offer your services as a clown. Dignity is overrated. Offer your services as a lion tamer. You have nothing to fear from some flea-bitten beast. Service as an acrobat. So I kind of tempted to do the acrobat because I feel bad for that lonely acrobat. Cruise services. Let's do the acrobat. I'm drawn to this. I think Luckless would be down for this. The high wire looks considerably higher once upon it, and much thinner. By the time you finish inching across to the other side, the show is long over and everyone is left. Still, it is an achievement of sorts. The ringmaster claps you on the shoulder. Excellent. Well, terrible. Never do that again. But please, come and see me behind the tents. 5 sky stories? That was worth it. I wonder if you could fail that. So he wants to see us behind the tents. Let's go see what he wants to tell us. I don't know if this is a good idea. It says you're welcome everywhere here. The carnies nod as you pass by. Beyond the performers and the permanent audience, the circus is deserted. Everyone keeps to their quarters, unless they're practicing the show. Despite the calliope music. This is I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. I'm sorry. The mood back here is closer to that of a mausoleum. Calliope? Calliope? Yeah, I'm not sure. Visit the ringmaster's caravan. There's a whole bunch more things to do. The door is open. From inside, you can hear the constant ruffling of a deck of cards. The well-being of the circus. By not having the well-being of the circus. Talk to the humiliated magician. He leans beneath a faded poster of himself, smoking a cheap, malodorous tobacco. Talk to the bereaved acrobat. Well, I kind of want to do this since we have got some experience now. Their tent is rather larger than the others. The flap is tied open for visitors. The pensive clown. His head is bowed. His bald dome shines in the lantern light. Altogether, if you ignore the grease paint, he looks not unlike the bust of a Grecian philosopher. A headstrong, strong woman. If she isn't performing or training, she tends to keep inside her caravan. She keeps the door open, though. No performances in the big top, but we could check it out. We could go back to the circus. Let's go talk to the acrobat. They half raise themselves from their deep cushions in greeting and bid you sit across from them. They ask how you enjoyed the show, and before you can answer, they apologize for their performance. I'm nothing by myself, they say. Without my twin there to catch me, or there to leap, for me to catch, it's quite dull. But they're trying to break themselves from the circus again. Oh, it's like an addiction, right? Okay, what about the ringmaster's caravan? Hats, cats, bats, and rats. The ringmaster is sat on a fat cushion, idly shuffling a worn pack of playing cards. He smiles wearily at you. I ask the cards about you. Okay, we're getting another reading here. He draws from the top of the deck, sets them on the table. They say you can help. He then places them back into the deck and bids you shuffle and draw for yourself. The cards are the same. He smiles the same weary smile. Looks like they haven't changed their minds. Oh, okay. So he's asking, this is what work he can offer us. Accept a commission to repair the magician's props. 8 of the bats. Oh, that's the card he's showing us there. 8 of the bats. The magician's props are in need of fixing. The ringmaster sighs. Accept a commission to reclaim the acrobat's twin. Yes! 4 of hats. One of them is run away again. The ringmaster huffs. It's time to bring them home. But they feel like they're addicted and they're trying to get away from it. I don't know if we want to bring them back. Accept a commission to purchase costumes for the clown. 2 of cats. The costumes are not for the clown, but for his pet geese. I hate geese. Cuddles and ruffles. All right, that's pretty adorable. He's not funny without them, confides the ringmaster. So we can, like, restore this circus to its glory, it sounds like. Accept a commission to post flyers for the strong woman. And, oh, I see. We're going to get helping with the circus. And so we're only going to be able to help 3, I believe. Because it said speaking to him was unlocked if we had fewer than 3, I believe. 6 of rats. Ideally, the strong woman's act is to lift unusual objects brought in by the crowd. The problem is no one knows they're supposed to bring something. All right. I'm tempted to help out the acrobat because, you know, we tried the act. We saw it from their perspective. Now we want to help them out. They take turns, I think, running away. They won't come back until they get into trouble. But the cards say that trouble has happened. You'll find them in New Winchester. We're going there anyways. Okay, cool. And we can talk to the rest of them if we want to. Okay, let's talk to the magician. Let's talk to each of them. Breaks my heart you had to sit through that, he says, nodding towards the big top. Sometimes I wonder why I left Mahogany Hall. Then I remember how much plenty paid before this whole place lost its funding. Maybe we can help it get its funding back. He burns the cigarette out on the poster and tosses it into an overturned top hat. The clown. The clown rubs the back of his head. It's troubling to me that the show goes on, even if no one's there to watch it. He looks to you, searchingly. What does he expect you to say? I mean, we perform for nobody. The headstrong, strong woman. She welcomes you to her caravan and begs your pardon for the mess. For though the caravan is a remarkable oasis of cleanliness in the otherwise untidy port, the only other seat she can offer is stacked with poems. She places them beneath her own chair and begins to ask you questions about your life. Any inquiries into her own she deflects with the wit of a slighted baroness. Huh. So she prefers to write poetry than be a strong woman. Sounds like. Going to the big top. The call of the circus. The echoing silence of the empty tent is undercut by something just out of earshot. It's a buzzing almost. You travel to the giant obelisk to one side of the port. The noise, the sensation only gets louder. The obelisk is covered with giant, indecipherable symbols. And as you touch it, you being here feels right on some deep primal level. All thoughts of travel melt away. There's a place for you here, where you're meant to be, amongst the grease paint and the sawdust. You quickly pull your hand away, the itch recedes. So there's some kind of magical force with this obelisk. I wonder if you could destroy it. If you shoot it, will it actually, like, blow up? Don't answer that. I could try if I want to. This is a strange situation we found ourselves in here. Okay. Oh, the ringmaster stands and shakes your hand as you enter. It's rather short. Now, he isn't standing on top of a calliope. He wags his finger at you. I've been in this business long enough to know what you're thinking, he says sternly, and I'll tell you. It's the shoes that are the trick. I have a special pair to bring me to at least normal height. He laughs and bids you sit and enjoy a pot of tea with him. Okay, did we talk to everyone? Yeah, I think we did everything. Okay. It's time to take off. We've got enough to go. 4 of 30 hull. What's our cash at? 232. Okay. And we're going to go straight to New Winchester because we've got a quest to complete. And also we're going to need to get some fuel. We'll decide what to do when we get there. We can't do the Mr. Menagerie thing yet. Okay. We'll be back. I want to try, I think I want to... Oh, God. That's tackety. If I get hit a couple times, I'm done for. Okay. Be cool, be cool. I think we're in safe skies right now. Go up to the left. I feel like I still don't really want to commit in this conflict in New Winchester. So I might take on a mission. Oh, Hodge's Crucible. I might take on a mission to balance things out a bit. Although I'm more tempted to help the Tacties. I think I want to remain neutral for now until I find out more about what's going on in this conflict. We are home. June 21st, 1905. No, I'm not going to pull in there. Don't smash into anything. I'm so nervous. I don't want to hit anything. Okay, we made it. Oh, the Song of Sky. Now, how close are we? We need 7, and we need 6 more Tales of Terror. Okay. Go to the shop. Oh, look at that. Nectar for Magdalenes. 3 gourds of coarser nectar. Oh, the Admiral's China. Crockery for Port Avon. We actually, we have some crockery, don't we? London's erratic Admiral is a tactical genius, but perilously fragile. Unless his daily routine adheres to exact specifications, his inspiration abandons him, and the loss of his tea set in a recent engagement has rendered him entirely ineffective. His Batman. Batman's in this game? Currently recuperating at Port Avon. Seeks an exact replacement. You'll pay... what is this? A 110s? 110s? 110, I guess. For each of up to 5 crates of nostalgic crockery. Port Avon lies to the north of New Winchester. Completing this prospect will aid the Stovepipe's war efforts. Okay, this is the way we could balance things out. It's weird that it has this image, because that's not what the crockery looks like. That's what the seas look like, right? So we're gonna grab this. Crockery. And I think that's, we can only have, I guess we can only have a maximum of 4. We have some bronze wood, so we definitely need to go to Port Avon soon, because we can get a bunch of money there. Can't do anything there. We need some fuel. We have, what, 232? I'm tempted to get more fuel here because I can get supplies elsewhere, but like this is one of the few places we can actually get fuel. So I want to load up. That might seem excessive, but we can make a quick trip to Port Avon and come back. We need to find the acrobat's twin, don't we? We need crew. Many crew. Oh no, we don't need crew, we need to repair. What am I talking about? Engineering? How do I repair? Can I repair here? I think I might. Popular mining vessel. No. Lightly armored aggressive engine. Heavy weapon. Steam and sapphire engine yards. This is probably what I'd want to upgrade to. I mean, before we go to the Moloch class liner. Since it's kind of like an all-around engine. I guess I can't repair here. Oh, there it is. Repair your locomotive. 10 hull for 30 sovereign. Yes. Oh, the 110 S was 110 sovereign, right? So how much money do we have left? We still have 102. Oh, I could have fully repaired it. It's the same thing though, right? Three per point. 48. Yeah. Explore the city. Okay. Another opportunity to respond to a distress call. Possibly. The runaway acrobat. An old beggar sporting tackety boots and a black eye has seen someone matching that description. They direct you to the top floor of a disreputable tenement. The halls are filled with gambling, thieves, and the stench of foods being cooked that would ordinarily draw a contingent of health inspectors. The runaway acrobat is lodged here. You find them practicing their die throws and calculating how to turn their pennies to sovereigns. They frown at you. It's time to go back to the circus, is it? Fine, I can practice there as well as here. Let me grab my clothes. Nice. Okay. I think that's all that we wanted to do here. We're going to need some cash. I think I'm going to do a quick run to Port Avon to sell those two things. Before we go back to the circus. Now, hold on a second. There was a... I'd like to do this as well when we go back. But there was something to the north, wasn't there? No. No. There was this, northeast. But we don't have anything to complete that quest yet. thought there was another thing. I guess we could just explore a bit. Through the pale wood. I can't remember if there was something else that we wanted to do to the north. What did, what was her story again? Oh. Prove oneself a fit confidant. We could do this now. Talk to the Incognito Princess again. Says, well, she seems incapable of discerning between the two. The Incognito Princess seems intrigued by any mention of daring do and abyssal horror. Oh, I need 6 more stories. I'm gonna hang on to this. This is an opportunity we could take advantage of later. Let's head to Port Avon. I'd like to find another port report, which is why it might be worth it to actually try to find Trader's Wood. So maybe we'll do that afterwards. Okay, let's go. I was thinking we could go like around this way, but I'd rather just head to Port Avon, collect some money for the next longer trip. I will deliver those port reports after I get 6. Although I guess you can get one when every time you go back to a port. I haven't delivered one yet, so I'm not sure exactly how it works. But I also don't want you guys to tell me, because I'll figure it out when I drop them off. I really like it in this area. Oh, more experience. Let's go around this way. What was that place called? The Reichstead. Or Reichstead? I am having a ton of fun living in this world for a while. I hope you guys are enjoying going on the adventure with me. It's been a lot of fun reading all these stories, figuring out the game, and figuring out what's going on in this world and reading your comments. And I really appreciate you going on this adventure with me. It's just been so much fun. The sky is as cool and blue as ice in a glass. This is like, Port Avon is one of my favorite places to go to. It's just it's so peaceful. Okay. First things first, let's go to the bazaar. 295. And then another 110. Beautiful. Let's grab some supplies. 11 of 12. Our terror is really low also, so we don't need to do anything here. Is there anything I could do here? 60% chance now. We're getting close. 69% chance. A vision of heavens. Vision of the heavens. Picturesque surroundings. Might be worth a shot. Although, let's give it a shot before we wrap it up. Enjoy the picturesque surroundings. Partial success, not alone. Your piece is interrupted by whistling, a popular tune, appallingly executed. A painter is here. He has set his back to a towering arch and is painting its reflection from a mirror set beside his easel. The mirror's glass is black, dulling the vibrant green of the moss and the scintillating hues of the sky. The truly picturesque requires a certain restraint, he explains, frowning irritably over his shoulder at the splendid view. This is trying rather too hard, don't you think? His presence has ruined the atmosphere, but your walk is not unpleasant. You're no longer welcome in Port Avon. You may be able to become so again at the dock. Shoot. How do I have to share exotic gossip. Ah, I see. We do have 2 of those. Host a tea party aboard your locomotive. We need a caddy of dried tea. Okay, let's do this. Let's increase our welcome. They're always hungry for news. The more trivial, the better. Making friends. You make for the Nowhere, the local pub, where you can be sure of an audience. Ears bend to overhear your conversation about a London scandal. One resident even buys you a drink. An unquestionable honor. So we're now at 2. There's so many different like currencies, and each little area has a unique thing going on. It's really cool. Like the circus is a whole set, has a whole set of quests on its own. Okay. Is there anything else we wanted to do here? The hunting club. No, I am not interested in the hunting club. Relaxing stroll, right. Okay, this is just to lower our terror if we need to, but we're at 0, I think, at this point. All right, then. I'm going to wrap up this episode here. I'm going to think about what we're going to do on the next one. I'm tempted by a few things. Going further to the northeast to find another port. We know that there's at least one there. Before we head back to New Winchester and go back to the south to complete the quest that we have there. Like, we haven't really explored any of the east side at all. Thank you so much for watching. This is Captain Luckless signing off for now. I'll see you on the next one, and I love you all.